What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe and share if you haven't already. In good faith, I'll continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with the grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so listen. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a minute since I've been on camera. And I know for you, it seemed like I upload like every week or something like that, or maybe twice a week, but I'm actually doing a couple of videos in one sitting, and then I upload those through the week. So it's been about, I'll say almost 2.5 weeks or so that I have not been in front of the camera. Like I have not sat down and talked to this little circle. So anyway, I am here. And before I get into the actual review of the Holosun 508T, listen, I'm trying to figure out something with my hair because it's growing out and I know I need a haircut. The thing is, I don't want to get a haircut because I want it to grow out as long as it can in its natural state. Before, when I've had it long, I've relaxed it. So you'll see in previous videos where my hair is straight. But it's natural. It's all natural. So I've been growing this for like the last year or so. That's why you see the little symmetrical hairstyle going on, because I haven't really figured out what I want to do with it. But yeah, you know. But listen, I know you guys didn't come here for hair care tips. You came here about the red dot. So if you see my hair looking kind of weird, it's because I'm trying to figure it out, because I don't want to twist it. When I twist it, I have to twist it, dry it, like roll it up in a roller, dry it, and then it come out all twisty. But since I realized that I can do the wet and go, I shower, boom, put my little leave-in conditioner in, and that's it. So once I discovered that, I don't do the little twist and the dry anymore, even though the twist out looks better to me. But anyway, enough of that. We are getting into the Holosun 508T. This is the red dot. Now, first, I want to thank Holosun for sending this over. Listen, this had been in the work for, I don't know, weeks because of COVID and back orders and stuff like that. They were not able to get it out for me, but now I have it. So thank you, Holosun, for sending this over. Now, you guys know me. I'm going to give you a little synopsis of how I experienced this red dot when I took it to the range. And if you want all the semantics and granular details, you're going to have to actually go on their website and check it out for yourself. But for me, I don't get into all that statistics and specific features and all this and all that, because that's not what I do. I stay in my lane. I just tell you how I felt about the product. So far, I have about, this is unloaded, by the way. I have about, the first time I took it out, I shot 200 rounds through it, and then I took it out again and I shot 100 rounds. So I got about 300-ish through this, and that is a lot in this climate. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the features, and then well, I'm gonna go over the features very quickly, and then I'm gonna tell you about my experience. All right, so here we go. This 508T has 3 reticles. It has the dot, the circle dot. It also has 3 modes. You have the auto mode, the manual mode, and the lockout mode. I have not tried a lockout mode yet, but you have those 3 modes. Of course, it has solar panel. This takes a CR1632 battery. Is mounted on the side, and it has 50,000 hours of battery life at the setting 6. It also has 10 light settings, as well as 2 brightness settings for night vision. I don't use night vision, but it's there. It has a memory function as well as a motion sensor. So as soon as you pick it up out of your safe, the red dot will turn on. The entire body is titanium. You have push buttons. You have a flat top for the drop protection, which I like the flat top. It comes with a Picatinny mount, IPX7, waterproof, and is parallax free. All right, so I mounted this on my Glock 19. This is the L2D combat slide, and this slide was actually milled for an RMR. But of course, the Holosun fits the RMR footprint, and so I screwed it right on in. Actually, it comes, by the way, it comes with screws where you can mount this, and then I I torqued it down. So, and if you can buy a torque wrench, do that, because for a long time I was just, screwing these down and they'll come loose over time. And I bought a torque wrench and it's worked perfectly. All right, so here we go. The titanium body, it just looks sharp, okay? And as you notice, it has the flat top, which we talked about, and the solar panel up top. On the side, you have the battery compartment, okay, that you just slide out. Let me see if I can get a good view for you guys. There you go. What I like about this is that it's blacked out, okay? It's not the white writing that you've seen in the past. Like, for instance, this is the 507. Notice you see the white Holosun, and I didn't like that. So you see the white on the Holosun, and you also see the top is a little rounded, whereas on the 508T, it's flat, okay? It's solid, it's robust. Listen, I had so much fun shooting this, okay? It comes with the tool, by the way, so you can adjust it. All right, so you obviously have your windage and elevation. Okay, you have the screws on the side that you can utilize. Now, this also comes in the green reticle, and I told you earlier that it comes with the dot, the circle, and the circle dot. And I like that because you can utilize whichever reticle you want. If you're shooting precision, you might want to use the dot. If you're shooting, I don't know, at plates or close quarter combat, you might want to use the circle or the circle dot. But my favorite is just the dot. However, I started using the circle and I actually liked it. So, you'd have different options. But when you first look at it, it just looks good, right? It just looks good. It operates efficiently and it's quite different than the 507, okay? And I actually have the 407 as well. All right, so let's get into some pros and cons. All right, 50,000 hours of battery life. 50,000 hours, all right? It has 3 different reticles, which I already talked about. You have the waterproof setting. Now, the glass in here feels taller. I have suppressor sights on here. And I still feel like I could see a lot. Like, I still feel like there is a greater field of view than other weapon mounted lights. And especially the, actually, let me turn this on. I ain't even got this on. Okay. And yeah, I feel like now that I put them side by side, I haven't done this before, but let me find a dot over here. Okay. Side by side, it does look like, I don't know, maybe the same amount of the field of view, but I always felt like Holosun had a nice field of view, but also, if I'm being honest, I don't have suppressor sights on here. But I like that about it. It doesn't feel congested. And I like the side battery compartment, so when you change out the battery, you don't have to re-zero it, okay? It's just, you change it out and you're still zeroed. The buttons on the side are easily accessible, and I like that all you have to do is press both buttons once, and the red dot turns off. Then you press the plus sign once, and it turns on. I know there are other weapon-mounted lights where you have to hold it, and then it turns off, and then when you want to turn it back on, you have to press and hold, and so it takes a little longer. Now, that for me, it was just easy. It's like, boom, turn it on and get going. But also, it has the motion sensor, so you can set it where it turns off after like a minute, 5 minutes, and you can set the time, and then as soon as you pick it back up, boom, the red dot turns on. So I love that feature. And last thing, like I talked about, it fits the RMR footprint. So if you already have plates for an RMR or your slide is milled for an RMR, then you could just throw this on there and it'll fit just right. Okay. Now I'm getting into the cons. I didn't really have many cons if I'm being honest. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I'm going to show you something real quick, but let me get to this real quick. One of the cons is that I spoke about the buttons being on the side, but I think the buttons are really small. Okay? They're really small. And you guys know I have long fingers, and so sometimes I feel like I'm covering it. So it's like I wish they were just a little bit bigger and a little more tactile. It's not a deal breaker, of course, but I just wish they were a tad bit bigger and more tactile. All right. The next con, you can find these for about $369 online. A lot of it is back ordered because, you know, they're selling out and because of the times that we're in. Preferably, I would like for the price to have been around $325-ish for all that you're getting. I don't know, another $40, $45. In this climate, I guess, but for me, $325 I thought would have been a fair price for this. Now, I didn't experience this con that I'm about to talk about. However, if you do your research, you will see that others have experienced it. I'm not going to label it as a con because I didn't experience it and I didn't have a problem with it. It was totally fine when I looked at the reticle, but some people have said it was an issue, so I just want to put that out there. So on the circle dot, there is a reticle. You're going to look at my drawing. You're going to be like, what is that? So one of the reticles look like this. Okay? That's how the reticle look. Okay? But when you actually look into the glass, the reticle looks like this. So you see the little lines right here? Some people are saying that's how it looks when they're shooting, as opposed to their reticle looking like this. Again, I can't say that they're not telling the truth. I can only tell you what I see, and I'm moving it so I can see the reticle right now. What I see is that it's perfectly lined up. And when I was shooting it, I didn't have a problem. So what I see is this. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper. One of the YouTubers that I watch said that Holosun said that some of them did come like this, but that is normal. I haven't contacted Holosun. I don't know if they said that, but the YouTuber said that they contacted Holosun and they did say that this was normal, even though it's supposed to look like this. That's tricky for me because you guys know I want to be honest. And yes, like I said before, Holosun did send this optic over, but I want to be completely honest with you. I did not experience that. However, more than one person on YouTube have experienced it, as well as others who reviewed this and did not say anything about the altering of the reticle. So I just want to put that out there so that you can't say, well, Holosun sent it to you, so you ain't have nothing to say. No, that is not the truth. I'm letting you know. But I can only speak about my experience, and from my experience, this red dot will probably be one of my EDCs. I'm still deciding if I want to put this on my EDC, which is my MMP 2.0 compact, or if I want to keep that current red dot on there. I am 50-50 and I will let you know if I decide to put this on instead. But I'm that close, and even if I don't put it on there, it will be in my rotation. But right now I'm 50-50 on whether or not I want this on my EDC or if I want to keep the other one on there. And honestly, I just don't want to, I think it's because I don't want to unscrew everything and switch it out. But this is just, I'm about ready to put this on there. So if I had to rate this from 1 to 10, with 1 being, are you crazy? I'm not spending a dime on that red dot, to 10 being, shut up and take my money, I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, this is a 9.5. It's a 9.5, and let me tell you why. You have the 50,000 hours of battery life. You have the solar panel. The glass is clear. Well, it's tinted on the outside, but when I look through it, it's pretty clear. It's robust. You have more field of view. It's easy on and easy off. You have the motion sensor, right? But my only con that really applies to me is that the buttons are a little small to turn on. And again, I have big hands, so I want something that's a little bigger and more tactile. That's the only con that really applies to me. As for the price tag, yeah, I would like for it to have been more like $325, but under the climate that we're in, I could understand the $369 price tag, give or take. As for the reticle distortion, that didn't apply to me, so as far as I'm concerned, it is not a con. But I would give this a 9.5, and I think personally, if you're looking for a solid red dot, if you're looking for something for close quarter combat, you're looking for something to plink at the range, if you're looking for EDC, right, because more people are getting into red dots, I honestly think this would be money well spent, even if you just got one. But that's just me. Buy it if you can. If you have the money, you guys know, buy when it's on sale and buy if you can afford it. Outside of that, I just really want to thank Holosun for sending this over. I think this is a great addition to your carry piece. And outside of that, I hope you guys are doing well, treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Peace.